My name is George Njuguna.
Good song, man. Good song.
Uh-huh.
Nobody told me it's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
But I can't give up.
Yeah.
Now.
It reminds me of what's the name of this other guys? It's an old song.
The Martins.
Yes.
The Promise.
Yes.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Good.
Beautiful song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
You know, this day reminds me of something you and I used to do.
Yes.
2000, was it 2007 elections that we covered, you and I?
2013.
It was 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
2013.
That is where my mind has gone to.
Yes, 2013. Oh, good time covering the elections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So let's go back to your ministry and talk about what was the highlights. Let's talk about the highlights. What are some of the highlights that you can share with us
of ministry?
Yeah.
To schools. Of course, for me, the greatest highlight is anytime I see a young person coming to Christ. That for me will forever remain a highlight. Okay?
Yeah.
Number two, I'll share an experience that was not too far from here actually.
Yeah.
I'd gone to preach during COVID, 2020 October.
Okay.
Only the Form 4s were back in school.
Yeah.
In preparation for
Exams.
the exams.
Yeah.
And so I was invited to go and preach in a school, just doing the devotional at the assembly. And so I stood up. It was about 5 to 7 minutes. When I introduced myself, somebody went down. Boom. The evangelist in me knew, Ish, I have got power. Before I could even finish my introduction and say the ministry I serve in and just share my testimony, before I share the word, another guy went down. Now, I'm scared. I'm shaking like a leaf in my pants.
Yeah.
Could this be COVID? Why? Because where we were right opposite the nerve center of COVID, Mbagathi Hospital.
Yeah.
And so I knew, this is COVID. My devotional, about 7 minutes. Before I was done, 7 guys went
Down.
And now I am freaked out. I want to leave the place and just go home. I remember we went up to the chaplain's office and he told me, I know you're scared. I said, scared? Scared is an understatement. I'm shaking like a leaf in my pants. I want to leave this place. And he tells me, no, it's not COVID. Oof. But before I could even breathe a sigh of relief, he tells me, those guys who've fallen down, they are hungry.
Oh my God.
What?
They're in school.
They are hungry. 2020, there is somebody who is hungry. I remember I drove back to my house and immediately went onto Facebook and
Yeah, you do that a lot.
do that a lot and made an appeal. And I gave that story. And in a record less than 14 hours, we had raised 54,000.
Wow.
Following morning, I was in Eastlands, along Jogor Road.
Yeah.
Bought uji ya unga, unga ya uji. Bought sukari.
That is sugar.
Sugar, sorry.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the money, the school is right opposite a bakery.
Okay.
So every morning as the students were doing the exam, they had bread and porridge, a whole cup of porridge.
Yeah.
But what blessed my heart is the testimonies thereafter. The principal told me, because she had a challenge with lateness. Do you know even lateness reduced?
Wow.
Parents were telling her, our children are even waking up early. What is it you're giving them? Because they know they're going to have a hot cup of porridge. That, for me, is a great highlight.
So for you, it's beyond preaching.
Oh, yeah. I must tell you this. When I joined school ministry, in 2010, I was told a phenomenal statement that has not left my mind. And here's the phenomenal statement. Is that pulpit ministry. You see where we stand to preach?
Yes.
For that 40, 30 minutes is just about 10%. The real work is off the
Pulpit.
Of the pulpit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I want to give you an interesting thought. Or another highlight is that we started something very interesting in our ministry. And it's called the gatekeepers. Okay? What is the gatekeepers? The gatekeepers is we appreciate all those security guards in our secondary schools.
There's one in particular you like taking a photo of.
Oh yeah,
talking about.
he's called Langat.
Yes.
Langat is the security guard at Starehe Girls.
Yes.
An amazing guy. He's born again, loves the Lord. And what stood out for me with Langat is that every time I'd go there, he would give me his testimony. You know, and I love it when people are bold about their testimony.
Yeah.
And so that for me is another highlight. Just being a blessing to those guys. Okay?
So what do you do for them?
What do we do for them? By the grace of God, we get them a care park.
Okay.
Okay? And when possible, we throw in a Bible.
Okay.
So in that care park, you have your necessities and then a Bible in there.
Okay.
Okay?
So is the care park specific for their needs or
No,
the
just-
cares or just a general?
Just a general one.
Okay.
A general care park.
Okay.
Now, next year, 2024, by the grace of God, we want to bring those guys, the gatekeepers, for a breakfast.
Wow.
Just to celebrate them and just to tell them, by the way, you're special. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Because they open for you the gates when
Yes.
you're going in,
Yes.
and they close it when you're going
And
out.
in that 2010, I was told that the first authority in any institution is the guard.
Yeah.
Please treat that person.
With respect. Yeah.
Are you with me? I have a story of a school not too far again from here where we are, of ministers, and sadly to say, who went to preach.
Yeah.
And when they got to the gate, the guard had to do his thing. I mean, give me your records.
Yeah.
What are you coming to do? Blah, 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 blah. And this minister, unfortunately, was condescending. Okay? Do you know what the guard said? The guard said, if this is the Christ you preach, I don't want that Christ. We lost out on a soul because somebody was misbehaving. Somebody was feeling,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's how we lost out on that soul. He said, kama huyu ndio Mungu mnahubiri, mimi sitaki huyu Mungu. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So we were told the first authority in any institution
Yeah, it's the God.
is the guard.
Yeah.
Treat them well. So next year, we want to do something that's never been done. We want to bring them together for a breakfast. And we have an amazing guest in mind who is currently a PhD holder, runs his own college, doing pretty well. Actually, very soon, it could be accredited university. And he was once upon a time a guard.
Can I have him here?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dr. Juma Nyongesa. Dr. Juma Nyongesa has got one of the most incredible stories. And to top it all up, he's born again.
Wow.
And he's an amazing soul, very humble. He was our guard in campus.
Oh.
When us guys were in campus,
Yeah.
Juma Nyongesa was a guard. Kidogo kidogo. Juma Nyongesa is in the lecture halls with us. And we're wondering, Allah, what are you doing here? And he would come in the G4S uniform. Kidogo, kidogo. He's graduating. Kidogo, kidogo, masters. He's a PhD holder. He's the guest one to come next year to inspire just these guys.
Yeah.
That
That's a very moving story.
this is not the end.
Yeah.
You can take it further.
Yeah.
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 Wow. Good. Continue with the highlights.
So I've given you 3 highlights.
Yeah.
1, guys getting saved. And I mean, I have seen hundreds of people get saved. I've seen Muslims get saved. And that for me will forever be the greatest highlight. I remember growing up, I loved listening to Benny Hinn.
Yeah.
And Benny Hinn would say, on This Is the Day, he would say, the greatest miracle is not that the lame are walking.
Yeah.
The greatest miracle is not that the blind are seeing. The greatest miracle is not that the deaf are hearing.
Yeah.
But the greatest miracle is that a soul has turned to Christ.
Amen.
And that for me will remain the greatest of my highlights. Number 2, I've given you the highlight of how we, by the grace of God, did that Uji campaign. And actually this year, because the exams are starting in 2 weeks' time,
Yeah.
it'll be the 3rd time we're doing the Uji campaign.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This will be the 3rd time.
Okay.
And so, number 3, I've given you the highlight of the Gatekeepers ministry.
Gatekeepers, yeah.
For me, that just blows my mind away. Let me give you my latest. 2 days ago, 2 days ago, I was in a school where God just gives you favor. Have you gone to a place and just God gives you favor?
Yeah.
And you're wondering, like, really, this is just pure favor. So 2 years back, I'm in this school and we go for workshops during the weekend challenge. Okay? Workshops. From 1s, go with different missioners. From 2, go with different missioners. From 3s, with different missioners. From 4s, with different missioners. I was with the Form 3s. Okay? I was with the Form 3s. And I just felt in my heart, adopt this class and be their mentor. Okay? So they're the ones who are going to sit for the exams
This year.
this year in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I adopted them last year.
Yeah.
And so what does adoption mean? Every Monday morning, I send them a message, which I title the Monday Memo. Just to challenge them, to encourage them. Sometimes I rebuke.
Yeah.
Every end of the term, what do? We come together with a cake. We do a cake,
Yeah.
some biscuits, some snacks, and we celebrate. What a journey. So they joined Form 4 this year. But there was a challenge, George. Okay?
Yeah.
What's the challenge? My class, we don't have full attendance. Why? Some girls are out on school fees. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I told the class teacher, please do me a letter. Again, scanned the letter, threw it onto Facebook. Okay? And guys raised money. Of all the girls, only one did not get back to school because her fee balance was huge. Guess what? On the day we were submitting the final reports, this girl with a huge fee balance, somebody calls me from out of the country, says, Sammy, I've just seen this campaign. How is it going? I said, we only have one more left.
Yeah.
What is her fee balance? 78,000. She had even transferred to a day school so that she can come back just to do the exams.
Yeah.
Do you know it was paid? All of it. The mother went for her from the day school and brought her back to her school. I was there the day before yesterday. Man, it was for tears. You know, because I didn't know who the money was whose school fees it was. We are just paying.
Yeah.
Just paying.
Yeah.
Just telling the Georges of this world, the Jonas of this world, Sindikiza na so, Sindikiza na mia, push with 100. Are you with me?
Yeah. It can be $1, it can be a Kenyan shilling. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, George, that I've come to realize. Oh, George, take this to the bank. There's no little money.
Yeah.
There's no little money.
Yeah.
When we did the Uji campaign, the porridge campaign,
Yeah.
somebody sent 40 bob. That's less than $1.
Yeah.
That is way less than $1. The dollar right now is at 150.
Yeah.
Are you with me? It's not even a third. But that 54,000 that we raised
The 40 shillings was part of it.
is not 54 without
The 40 shillings.
that 40. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Man, we can sit here talk about highlights.
Go on. I want to hear more.
So-
But what pushes you for that? Because your calling is high school ministry.
Yes, it is.
But why go down to those things?
Why go down to those things?
Yeah.
George, I'm studying the book of Mark. And you will see in places it says, and he was moved with compassion.
Yeah. You're really walking on the feet of Jesus.
Look, the leper comes and tells him, are you willing to heal me?
Yeah.
Very interesting question. Are you willing to heal me?
Yeah.
Says, yes, I am willing. And Jesus was moved with
Compassion.
compassion. Okay? Growing up, because you're my age mate, you remember we used to have a wristband,
Yes.
okay? A wristband that used to say WWJD.
What would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do? George, if you go to a place, people are falling down because they're hungry.
Yeah.
What would Jesus
Do.
do?
Yeah.
I remember preaching once in my favorite school.
I'm losing your microphone.
You're losing my microphone?
Yes. Now
Okay.
I can
I was
hear you.
preaching once in my favorite school. And a girl tells me, Pastor Sammy, tomorrow I'm being sent home because of my shoes. The school requires that you must have a heel. Okay? The heel.
Yeah.
A small heel.
Yeah.
But this girl's shoes were
Flat foot.
flat.
Was it had worn out or it was
Ngoma.
okay?
She'd worn the ngomas.
Okay.
Because she doesn't have the official school shoe.
Shoes, yeah.
So question, George, what would Jesus do?
He would perform a miracle. And the kid would have shoes.
Remember, there's somewhere in the book of James where James says that it's not enough to tell somebody, God bless you. Yet you have the ability to
Provide.
change that situation.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
I remember in the same school, a girl comes and tells me, my parents have no money and I need new glasses. I can't see. I can't even write notes. What would Jesus do, George?
Perform a miracle.
Can I tell you something? Somebody once told me, we are the feet and the hands of Jesus.
Yeah.
He will not leave his kingdom on high and come and go to Optica and Pima these lenses. No. He's going to use George. He's going to use Sammy because we are his hands and feet. And therefore, my challenge to everybody today is be the hands and the feet of Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them see Jesus in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the challenges.
Oh. Wait.
And there's one particular one I want us to talk about. I've known Sammy for a very, very long time.
Challenges.
We are
First question. Do you have a handkerchief?
no, I don't.
Ha, get one.
We can get one.
Because you're gonna cry, man.
I was telling something to people. So we are 4 of us. The 2 are here. The other 2 are somewhere. And
Building the nation.
yeah, they're building the nation. And we call ourselves the men of valor.
Yes. And George is our chairman.
We used to call ourselves a band of brothers.
True.
Then we moved to men of valor. And I remember this incident very, very well. Was it at your place we had come? I think it was. And you were raising funds for, must have been a school fees for some primary school kids. And one of the things that was really striking out for me was, at that point you didn't have any money.
No.
Even to eat.
No. Actually, stop being diplomatic. So this is the thing. So this guy's come to my house, yeah, and I'm the host.
Yeah.
But I had
Nothing.
nothing.
Even the gas was over.
Even my gas was out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the background. George is just trying to be diplomatic. Sorry, my dad and mom, you have to hear these stories now.
So what keeps you going even at that point? Because you never spent a single shilling. You sent all of it to the school.
Yes.
What keeps you doing things that way?
I'll answer it twofold. Number one, be of great cheer that I have overcome the world.
Yeah.
Haya mapito ni ya kupita tu. And in the words of the former president,
Yeah.
the late Mzee Moi,
Yeah.
it's a passing cloud.
Yeah.
Challenges, George, they are not here to last. The Apostle Paul even makes it difficult. He said, the light. I struggle with that verse. The light. And momentarily, challenges we are going through cannot even compare to the glory that awaits us.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder why it is light. It is so painful sometimes. But they're light and momentarily, and they can't compare to the glory that awaits us.
Actually, before we talk about the challenges, let's talk about this car.
So my car, I still struggle a lot to even just talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's a miracle car. It's a miracle car. One morning, which ties in very well with challenges. So one morning, the 26th of November, 2017, I've been invited to go to Kitangela Girls to do their final service for the Form 4s. 2 more days, 27th, 28th, exams are done, schools are closed, and everybody's on for their holiday. So I was invited to go and just do the commissioning for the Form 4s. Remember, it's only the Form 4s were in school.
Yeah.
Did I have fare that day?
Ulipewa.
I didn't have fare. I walked from Tea Room,
That's in town.
Langata Road,
Okay.
through Nairobi West, onto Mombasa Road.
Okay.
I'm walking headed where? Kitengela. That is far. We're talking about 40 kilometers plus. On getting to GM, General Motors,
Yeah.
my energies now started,
Going low.
and I wondered, where can I get some little support to get me to the school? Ahead of me was the Papa Center Church. Pastor Julian, finally you get to hear this story. Yeah. Right? And please, usinichape. It is in the past. So I ask, should I enter Papa Center or not? Should I enter or not? I'm contemplating. So I'm thinking, I can enter, ask them to give me fare of 300 bob. On my way back, I will reimburse. But while I'm contemplating, God sends an angel and sends me 300 bob miraculously.
Wow.
His name is Captain Rogers Munene. The Lord bless him. I ran to Cabanas, get a vehicle, get to the school.
Were you late?
Very late. Very late. I got to Kitengela. From Kitengela, I got a boda to the school. On getting to the school, the guy who carried me on the boda, I asked him, Jay, umeokoka, are you born again? He said, Apana, no. Ungetaka kuokoka, would you like to get saved? He said, Ndiyo, yes. I told him, rudia nyuma yangu, repeat after me. Mungu Baba, naja mbele zako, mimi mwenye dhambi, naomba uniokoe. Kutoka siku ya leo, nakiri na mdomo wangu, Yesu Kristo ndiye mwokozi wa maisha yangu. The repentance prayer.
Yeah.
We took a selfie. I posted that selfie on my Facebook page that evening. The 26th of November, 2017. I will never forget that day. Somebody saw that photo that night. Prayed by her bedside. And the Lord spoke. Okay? 9 months later, 9th of September 2018, I'm going back to Kitengela Girls because I'm there every first Sunday of the term by the grace of God. Done 11 years now.
Yeah.
That particular day, 9th of September, dressed to the nines, black suit, 3-piece, white shirt,
I've
red.
never seen you in a 3-piece.
Hey! I say. But enough fair.
Again.
And I told the Lord.
And it's not the second time.
And I told the Lord, are you fair that I don't have?
Fair.
Man, I told the Lord, no, it's a wrap. I'm done. I can't preach again. I can't preach again. The challenges are just enormous. Let me just plug back in to employment and just live a normal life like every other Kenyan. But remember, I was not called to live a normal life.
Yeah.
Because when I was born, my parents called me Sammy for a reason. They named me after the Samuel of the Bible. They even dedicated me to the house of God, where we fanya kazi ya Bwana. Na nataka soft life. Forget it. Forget it. I finished preaching at 10:30. At 10:30, I told the Lord, it's been good. It's been real. Cheers. I'm done. No more preaching.
So how did you get there that day?
How did I get there, by the way? Oh, a friend of mine. I wouldn't say her name here. A friend of mine. Oh, she's called Jane. She's called Jane. She gave me 100 bob.
Let's call her Jane Doe.
Yeah, Jane Doe. She gave me 100 bob. She's a good friend of mine. She knows, and I love her a lot. So I got and I finished. Then 3 p.m. My date with destiny. Total Imaradaima. And I keep saying, every time I give this testimony, if you live in Imaradaima, wewe dumu kwa Yesu imara daima. What? The things that have happened to me at Imaradaima, only God knows. The lady who saw my Facebook post 9 months ago on the 26th of November 2017, we had a date with her on the 9th of September 2018. I've cut a lot of things up katikati.
Yeah.
And she tells me, tell me about your ministry. And I told her, 10:30 today. Me and my ministry,
We are done.
we are done. She says, okay, fine. Then tell me about your previous ministry. I give her stories.
She's just looking at you.
She's just looking at me and she doesn't know what's waiting this guy. At 4:30, the bombshell landed. Dear Lord. She gave me a car.
What?
Hey, I cried. I cried like a baby. In the morning, I left the house walking.
You're going back
In
driving.
the evening, I'm going back driving.
What did you tell the Lord that day?
You know, stories in the Bible are real. When Hannah is in the temple praying, and she cannot even
Utter them.
utter,
Yeah.
it is real. Because I could not even utter a word. I was just crying. I try and speak, I cry. And that's when I understood when Reverend Tom Otieno says, tears are liquid prayers. Only the Lord understands what those tears are saying. And I know the Lord knows. If there's one thing I'm very grateful to God for,
Yeah.
it's my car. Oh, of course, it has shown me a few things.
Including today in the morning.
Not a few, it has shown me a couple of things. But I'm very grateful for the gift of a car. Yeah. I'm very grateful for the gift of a car.
One of our very good friends calls it a mission car.
Let me tell you something. My car is just not a car. No. My car is a miracle car. I can almost confidently say here, within those 5 years, the places my car has gone, I doubt over 95% of the Kenyan cars have been to where my car has gone in 5 years.
First, you operate without a spare tire.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I hope the CS Murkomen is not listening to this. I don't know. You know, I had a friend of mine in campus called Njeri Kihanga. Njeri Kihanga used to say that the line between foolishness and faith
It's very faint.
is very faint and thin. So I don't know, Jerry, whether I'm operating on foolishness or I'm operating on faith. Yeah, but I've not had a spare tire in a minute.
Yeah.
In a minute.
But it has also made your faith grow.
Oh yeah.
Because one of the things you've talked about in your highlights on social media has been people blessing you to make sure that car is well maintained.
Oh yeah. Like during COVID, another highlight.
Yeah.
During COVID, you came to where I was.
Yeah.
I was in some place in isolation,
Yeah.
hibernation.
Yeah.
Because COVID really hit hard.
Yeah.
Hey. It hit hard.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, that time my car really needed service.
Yeah.
Really. It's not even minor, it was major service. And she calls me and she tells me, Sammy, give me your car. And I say, gladly have it. She did a major service. Major. She overhauled almost
Everything.
Yeah. So I mean, I've seen the Lord pour His blessings to me through His people.
Yeah.
Just so that my car is on the road. Yeah.
You know, you really encourage me.
Amen.
I'll speak personally.
Amen.
How you run your ministry, but mostly it's the faith.
Yes.
The faith that you put into practice to ensure that you're doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
It is was a huge encouragement to me.
Amen. George, Jesus Christ speaking in John chapter number 9, verse number 4 says, let us labor for the master while it is still day, for night is coming when no man can work. What you're doing here at Bloom, you're laboring for the master while it is still day. Your programs, when you upload them, they're blessing somebody in a far off land who may not necessarily have access to church. Okay? They're blessing somebody who is in a very volatile area. For example, the wars that are currently going on left, right, and center.
You talk about that. I remember in 2018.
Yes.
I got an email. I still have it on my laptop till today.
Yeah.
So I've been fired. I go home. On my way home, the Lord tells me, go back to Bloom.
Yes.
And 2 months into it, I don't see anything bearing fruits. That same week, a friend of mine sends me an article of a story of a guy who for 30 years used to transmit only to his wife radio. But after the 30 years, BBC took up his show, and he was brought into BBC and he started airing it in the UK.
Listen to that.
For 30 years. I wondered consistently. Never did anything.
Listen to that.
And he only had one listener.
Yeah.
Who was the wife.
His wife.
But that didn't strike out. So this day I'm completely bored. I don't like what's going on. Then I get an email from a family in Russia.
You see.
And the lady shared how the station blesses them.
You see.
I was like, wow, God, what is it?
Yeah. Keep doing it.
I had given up on it.
Keep doing it. Let us labor for the master while it is still day. For night is coming. And I think every listener, every viewer needs to take that statement very seriously. Night is coming when no man can work. And now when we have the gift of life and strength, labor. If you are going to walk. Okay? But labor now. I'll say this. The window is fast closing. The window is fast closing.
I'm losing your microphone again.
The window is fast closing. Okay? The window is fast closing.
Yeah.
So let's take the advantage now and let's hammer the gospel now. Are we together? I was so encouraged. Is it this week or last week? It's actually this week. When I saw Pastor, the one on Thika Road, next to breweries, the JCC guy, Gashero Morris.
Yes.
On the streets of Roysambu, Monday morning. Monday morning is pastor's rest day. And he's preaching on the streets. That's the way to go.
Church is changing.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
We can't wait for them to come to us.
Yeah.
We will go to where they are and point them to Jesus.
Back again to John chapter 4. The story of the Samaritan woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love this statement that says the church should not be known for its seating capacity.
Give me a high five.
The measure of a church should not be known by its seating capacity.
Yeah.
But the measure of a church should be known by its sending capacity. It's time for us to stop filling
pews,
our cathedrals.
Yeah.
It's time for us to stop warming the pews. It is time to go
out.
Because the measure of a church should not be in its sitting capacity, but should be its sending capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've become pew warmers. And sadly, at times, we are preaching to the choir. Yeah. We are preaching to the converted.
I like it. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Brother, your closing remarks.
My closing remarks: labor for the master while it is still day, for night is coming when no man can work. Yeah.
Okay.
And laboring for the master is, George, at Bloom, labor for the master. Wherever you are, labor for the master in your own little space. If you are a stay-at-home mom, that's your pulpit. As you're raising that child,
Yeah.
that's your pulpit. Do it and do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should not expect to be pastors.
No.
We are all pastors wherever we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And more so on social media. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about Jesus on social media. Let's tell of his wondrous deeds on social
Media.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's become social media missionaries. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put up those beautiful devotionals. Let's put up those beautiful testimonies. Let's put up all those great challenges that the Lord is sharing with you. Let's share them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to bless somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Don't give up.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming
Amen.
and for joining us. It's
Blessed.
been such a short and
I've not even started sharing
you
testimonies.
haven't.
Bad though.
Huh?
Bad though.
Maybe I should have you here again next week.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be
Amen.
gracious to you.
Amen.
May he bless you coming in and you going out.
Amen.
Thank you very much for joining us this day. Even as we have shared with Kaihuri, this audio is going to be on podcast, but also it's going to be on YouTube. We are going to have it on YouTube and put it up hopefully, if not tomorrow, then on Monday.
Good stuff.
And see you next week, same time, same place. God bless you. And thank you so much for just keeping us company and being with us. God bless you and goodbye.